നമസ്കാരം. ഇന്ന് നമുക്കൊപ്പമുള്ള അതിഥി ഐഷെ ഘോഷാണ്. ഐഷെ ഘോഷ് ഇന്ന് നമ്മളോട് സംസാരിക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത് 9 വർഷം പിന്നിട്ട് 10ാം വർഷത്തിലേക്ക് കടക്കുന്ന മോഡി സർക്കാരിൻ്റെ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസ നയങ്ങളിലെ പ്രതിലോമകരമായ ഘടകങ്ങളെക്കുറിച്ചാണ്. ഐഷെ ഘോഷ് തന്നെ ആ നയങ്ങളുടെ ഒരു ഇരയാണ്. ഐഷെ ഘോഷിൻ്റെ നെറ്റിയിലുള്ള ഈ മുറിപ്പാട് ഒരു വലിയ ഒരു ആക്രമണത്തിന് ഇരയായതിൻ്റെ ഒരു ബാക്കി പത്രം കൂടിയാണ്. Welcome Aishe Ghosh, welcome to Deshabhimani.
Thank you.
This government is entering into its 10th year. It has suppressed all the students' activities in central universities and main education institutes. What were your experiences?
So it is a very important juncture that we are going through. It's the almost 10 years that the BJP government is going to complete its tenure, and we are going to soon see a general elections in 2024. So in the last 10 years, if we question that what has the NDA BJP led NDA government has been able to do for the student community, we have been seeing that continuous anti-student policies have been adopted by the government, and more what we have seen that post 1990s, although we have seen a privatization happening in the education sector, which we have resisted continuously, but with the BJP government coming into power in 2014 and then in 2019, we have seen that there has been a clear state-backed corporatization, communalization and centralization of education. There has been a government-led policy to dismantle public sector, public funded education, and that is something which is a huge attack on the public funded education system inside this country. At this moment, if we see, there are very less percentage of students yet inside our country who are able to attend even basic primary education, leave alone higher education, secondary education, or going to universities. The government might be trying to show us that enrollment ratios have increased in some percentage, but we want to ask that even if enrollment ratios have increased, have the government have a proper report on the dropouts, especially when we saw the pandemic post 2020, 2021, 2 waves. We saw when SFI did a survey across the country, we got to know there were several students, especially the women, the students coming from Dalit, marginalized community backgrounds and first generation learners who had to drop out of education because they couldn't afford education. Right. And we also saw under this government new education policy draft which was brought in 2019 and which was hurriedly passed in 2020 despite resistance from several student organizations, and SFI being one of those prominent student organization inside this country which first critically analyzed the report and submitted its report to the central government. So the continuous attack not only in the student community, the condition of employment at this moment have been quite disappointing, and with this what we can see is India is moving towards a society where it is unable to fulfill the aspirations of the student community and the youth.
Yeah. Then in all main institutions, they are handpicked someone and deploying in the as VCs and registrars and in all the chief posts. Yeah. Then it also affected the academic quality of these institutions.
Yes, the Bharatiya Janata Party, the BJP, is very clear with what they are going to do with the education system. They want to hijack the education system according to their ideology. They know that if they hold people young, if they ideologically train young students with the wrong understanding of history, with the wrong understanding of society, they will be producing more and more people who are going to have a very communal understanding, divisive understanding inside their minds, and that's why we are seeing that the BJP is not only putting their people, in the sense appointed by them as vice chancellors in almost all central universities. Even the teacher recruitment process, the professor recruitment process in majority of the central university are questionable. Many of the cases are lying in several of the high courts where teachers have challenged them, asking the qualifications are not proper, the way political appointments are regularly happening is been on question. Recently in one of the prominent universities in Delhi, University of Delhi, we saw an institutional murder almost of a professor, guest faculty who was teaching for several several years and was just thrown out of the university because political appointments are happening.
Right.
And so we are continuously seeing this. But what is also important is how BJP is trying to set up their own syllabus, how they are changing syllabus, how they are trying to control the whole education system so they can have output of students who think like them, who have this kind of control and have a very communal and divisive understanding within the society.
In the academic area, their influences are going up.
Yeah.
At the same time, the physical suppression is almost is happening even in your university. Can the secular students movements or like SFI oppose this, resist these attacks?
At the same point, when the country is heading towards a fascist regime, where the BJP is trying to control the society, where the BJP is going to stop any form of dissent which is coming from within the community of the students, teachers, workers across universities. But at the same time, it's the strength of our democracies, the strength of our cultural diversity, which has always resisted any kind of homogeneous kind of thought that has been bulldozed on the people, on the idea of the people of India. And I think so that is the beauty of a student organization like SFI, which is not concentrated only in one region. SFI being one of the largest progressive left student organization, it has people across the country, and we that's why have been able to resist BJP's communal divisive policy, centralization of education continuously. And it's we have seen whether it has been the NEP, whether it has been fee hikes that has been happening under this regime, SFI led unions, SFI led student councils in each of the central university or across student if we see across state colleges, we have been able to resist and put an alternative, because at this moment what is necessary is not only to critically see what BJP is doing, but also provide an alternative to the students and the people, that a people's alternative, a student's alternative is possible.
Okay. Thank you, Aishe. Thank you for
so
sharing
much.
your experience.
Thank you so much.
Okay.